Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Okay, another Wednesday and another box. Let's open it up and look what's inside. On the side it says Steel, Various, Vertigo, Helix, Image, DC Miscellaneous, Freak Force, Shadowhawk, Wildcats and Supreme. It says on the side. I don't think that's correct though, because I already got Steel in one of the previous boxes that I did. So let's have a look. Right, practically all raw with no covers. It's exceedingly hard to even get a book out of here, to be honest. They're so stuffed in. Let's see what I can dig out. Starting off, we've got a little run that probably should have been in my Legion box. Timberwolf, a Timberwolf 5-issue miniseries, unleashed in the 20th century. The fur really flies this issue. And the Creeper shows up, so I dare say that the Timberwolf must be in the past. I think he's becoming more wolf-like or something, getting more affected by his powers. As you can see, he doesn't look like the Timberwolf normally does. He definitely looks like he's becoming a bit more lycanthropic in this run. Looks like Dominators get involved. Is that his girlfriend from the Legionnaires? I'm not too sure. Who was his girlfriend in the Legionnaires? She looks a bit like Phantom Lady, but I don't think it was her, because Phantom Lady, I'm not sure there was one called Phantom Lady, but her boyfriend was Jonah, wasn't it? Ultraman, I think. Well, I quite like this guy as well. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt. Electrifying first issue. I thought it was quite a good story. I knew it had come over from an older character. Well, I think it's the same name, but like I think it was a Charlton. I think Thunderbolt was originally a Charlton character. I'm pretty sure I've seen Charlton books with him in, where he's got his catchphrase, I can, I shall, I will, something like that. I think it was slightly altered from his original catchphrase, but basically when he had a challenge that he wanted to gain the extra power for, he did his chant, and somehow it was like a mantra that enabled him to achieve the success, like the feat of strength or endurance that he wanted to, yeah. Just got 12 parts, this one did. I don't think he's emerged since, but I could be wrong. He may well have been killed off, in between panels or something, knowing DC and their habit of doing that to characters that I like. Yeah, I think he was based in London for this run. And that was it. 12 parts. Quite a cool book. Got some Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner Reborn. I think it's basically his battle to get hold of the Yellow Lantern ring. Well, it wasn't even called a Yellow Lantern ring back then, was it? Because it's before the days of the Fear Corps, or whatever they're called, Fear Corps, the Sinestro Corps, wasn't it? Because Sinestro, when he was kicked out of the Green Lanterns, he got himself a yellow power ring from the Weaponeers of Quad, I believe it was. And this, I think the Hero Reborn was him going to Quad and getting a yellow ring of his own. It's major payback time. Oh no, not him again. Guy Gardner surrounded. Death Race. Yesterday's Sins, part 1 of 4. 2 of 4. Yeah, I don't mind Guy Gardner. I mean, yeah, he's a pain in the butt. He's a bit of a raucous, rough diamond kind of character. But I quite enjoyed his little, solo run they did here. Good stories, good battles. He's an uncouth He's a bit of an uncouth chap. Yeah, with some debatable costume choices as we can see here. And here possibly to a certain extent. Emerald Fallout. Has he lost his Yellow Lantern ring now and got a battle armor suit or something? And then later on he becomes... he gets other powers, doesn't he? It turns out that he's actually from an alien race or something. Or he's got some kind of... yeah, this is him going on a quest. Quest for Power begins. And he ends up having some crazy but cool, pretty cool powers. Can't remember what the alien race that he was supposed to have been part of, or somehow was getting powers from, were called. But I think it was been written off by now. But there he is with his new alien powers that allow him to form weapons, you know, with his body kind of thing. And he just went by the name Warrior at that point. Who will kill Major Force? Warrior or Guy Gardner or Kyle Rayner? I don't think either of them do it. That's a homage to a classic painting, isn't it, this one? And also, the guy gets his own bar, doesn't he, that he calls Warriors. Mentor returns. An eye for an eye. Where are these from? 95, these are. Wow, didn't know it was quite so long ago as that. But I suppose he's been back as a Green Lantern, fully fledged Green Lantern for a good old time now, hasn't he? Right, 37 of those. And then... oh, 0 hour, it's in the wrong place. Never mind, I'll put that in the right place later. And then we finish off with a couple of annuals. Number 1. Number 2. Warrior Forever. Now we have the Amalgam run of books. As far as I know, I've got all these, but it's possible. You know, sometimes comic shops mess you around, they make mistakes. But I'm sure that I got them all. So the Magnetic Men featuring Magneto. JLX Unleashed. To stop Thin Fang Flame. JLX Unleashed. 4 Iron of the New Gods. Oh, sorry, the new Asgods, isn't it? The new Asgods. I remember someone having a good laugh about Asgods. They were saying Asgods or something like that. Lobo the Duck. Trapped in a world he never fragged. Who would ever thought that you would see a mashup of Howard the Duck and Lobo? Crazy. Challengers of the Fantastic. The Challengers of the Unknown and the Fantastic Four meshed together. Spider-Boy Team Up. Featuring the Legion of Galactic Guardian 2099. Wow, there's so much mashup, so much amalgam going up on that page. I suppose it's Spider-Man Team Up books, and then there was Superboy at the time. So that's a mashup of those. But quite often Superboy would go to the Legion of Superheroes, wouldn't he? But you got the Legion of Galactic Guardians. That's excellent. Mixing the Legion of Superheroes plus the Galactic Guardians together. Right, Super Soldier Man of War. So Superman and Captain America mashed together there. Guest starring Sergeant Rock and his Howling Commandos. Rather than Sergeant Fury, it's Sergeant Rock who was the DC variant, wasn't he? The Exciting X-Patrol. The Triumph of Brother Brood. So you got some kind of X-Men title. Must be Doom Patrol and X-Men, mustn't it? Yeah. Both led by guys in wheelchairs, so that mashup must have worked pretty well. Generation Hex. So that's Jonah Hex. Is Generation X one of the many X books they had over in Marvel at some point? It would not surprise me. It's like X's to Marvel what Crises are to DC. Can't get enough X books and you can't get enough Crises. This is. Right, Dark Claw Adventures, Wolverine and Batman mashup in the comic cartoon style. Iron Lantern, obviously Iron Man and Green Lantern. Bat Thing. That's interesting. because you could say that was Man Bat and Swamp Thing, but obviously that would be both DC, so it's got to be Batman and Man Thing, isn't it? So it's kind of like Batman Thing. Don't dare mess with the mysterious Bat Thing. Yeah. Oh, Super Soldier again. Was that not the one that was just there a second ago, Super Soldier? I got two of the same one. Oh no, it's Super Soldier Man of War. So I'm not too sure what the Man of War part of the amalgam crossover is. Is that a mashup of two old titles? Alright. Doctor Strange Fate. Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange entwined. Cool. Assassins. Elektra. Is that Lady Shiva? Is that Elektra? I don't know. Maybe a bit mashed up with Rose, Deathstroke's daughter. Speed Demon. Flash and Ghost Rider. Oh, another Magneto and the Magnetic Men. There was definitely one of those at the beginning, wasn't there? Oh no, it was the Magnetic Men featuring Magneto. And now we've got Magneto and the Magnetic Men. Oh, we've got another X-Patrol as well. The all-new, all-different X-Patrol. That's obviously, I'm guessing that's an X-Force... no, was it X-Force, that title? I think it was X-Force. Yeah, I'm guessing it's more of a mashup of that. The art style looks more of a mashup of that. Almost Liefeld-ish, like the posings. No feet on show, yeah, definitely Liefeld-ish. JLX, so JLA and X-Men. Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Speaks for itself, I suppose. Bullets and Bracelets. That Punisher, yeah, Castle and Diana together again. That's a strange one. Punisher and Wonder Woman. I don't know. Amazon, so that's Storm and Wonder Woman mashed together. Legends of the Dark Claw. Yeah, it's a more grown-up version of the Wolverine Batman mashup. And Spider-Boy again. The other Spider-Boy was him teaming up with the Legion of Galactic Guardians, wasn't it? So yeah, cool. They were cool books, these ones. A bit of fun. Great to see the two main comic universes working together as well. Alright. Don't think this was part of the amalgam, but this was another time that DC and Marvel got their stuff together. DC versus Marvel Comics, and then it's Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus DC again for part 3. And for part 4 it's back to the other way round. DC versus Marvel Comics. So yeah, cool covers, cool battles. I think there was an element of readers choosing who would win, going with the Marvel and DC teaming up. I think this is the only property that exists copyrighted by both DC and Marvel. I believe that's the case. This is Access. This is the guy who goes to sleep in DC world and wakes up in Marvel world, and vice versa. So yeah, when he goes to sleep in the DC universe, he wakes up straight away in Marvel universe, and then in Marvel universe, when he goes to bed at night, he wakes up in the DC universe the next day. So it's like he has no kind of sleep in a way, but yeah, he's able to access both universes. So, and I think there was problems with the universes. I think they were clashing or colliding with each other, and he was instrumental in stopping the two worlds from blowing up into each other, kind of thing. Right, another cool one that he did, Tangent Comics, where they reimagined DC characters. Just basically went, right, the name's Superman, you come up with whatever you want for Superman. Imagine it's a new character called Superman, you run with it, and let us know what it's going to be. Well, I don't know why this one's called The Joker's Wild. Why it's called Joker, I'm not too sure. The Joker's Wild, so that's obviously a take on the Joker. I think as a hero, I believe. This is the JLA of the Tangent Universe. Nightwing, Night Force. Cool. Night Force are like a team of their own who investigate supernatural events. normally led by Baron Winters, but I mean, I don't know if the names are the same in the book. A long time since I read it. Right, the Atom. In this one, he was like a Superman kind of guy rather than a shrinking person. Green Lantern, like a mystical take. Interesting. Her eyes are covered, so she's blind, I suppose. But she's got a Green Lantern maybe to show the way. Oh, we do have the Joker as well. So we had the Joker's Wild and we had the Joker. Not quite sure why some characters got 2 books. Like who got Nightwing on his own as well. You think of all the wealth of names that's available, you're surprised that they'd use Joker. You know, we have 2 Jokers and 2 Nightwings. Doom Patrol. The Metal Men. In this one, they're not robots at all. They're basically just like Team 7 kind of thing, like a covert missions kind of government team. And then finally, the Flash. Yeah, pretty cool. Quite fun to see different takes, different imaginations of how these characters could have been. So another one of those. I don't remember this series. Girl Frenzy. Birds of Prey, the Ravens. I think that might have been an enemy team that they faced once. I can't remember now. Batman, Batgirl. And from Young Justice we have The Secret. Vaguely recall her. From Superman we have Lois Lane. And then from the JLA we have Tomorrow Woman. Right, looks like we do have some image in this box. Freak Force. I think they may have, I think they came from the pages of Savage Dragon, and I've got quite a lot of Savage Dragon as well in my collection. But this is Freak Force. These are quite a good team, quite interesting comics. There's a nasty shark guy, Mako, I believe his name was. Yeah. Strange looking team they're fighting against there. Featuring Vanguard. That's that dude there. Basically, I think he lived in a spaceship on the outskirts of the galaxy, of Earth, kind of thing, protecting us. I think that's what he did actually. I can't remember now because I think I'm sure he was in Image. The other one was it? Invincible. I'm sure he was in Invincible as well. And Invincible's father has to fight him every couple of years or something like that. I can't remember now. Right, Kill Cat. It was a bit of a jokey Batman kind of parody. Cyber Force invades Freak Force. Actually, I should try and remember the name of some of these characters. It's been a long time since I've read them. Is that Super Patriot, that guy? I can't remember her name. I think that was Savage Dragon's girlfriend at one point. Mighty Man. I believe that was Mighty Man. And the one up there down there is called Ricochet, I believe. And this guy down here, can't remember. Brute, maybe? Is that like Brute? Can't remember. Or Maul, no, not Maul. Maul's the guy from Wildcats, isn't he? The old Horridus, I think her name was Horridus, this little spiky girl here. Oh, Dart, I think she was called Dart, this one. Yeah, Mighty Man was quite a cool character. It was a bit of a take on this old Shazam kind of trope, where there's an old man dying in hospital who had been the original Mighty Man, and his nurse gets the magic word from him, I think, that and you know, so she's able to become Mighty Man. But she's when she's not a Mighty Man, she's a nurse, a lady nurse, I hasten to add. Right, so 18 of those. I'm guessing this was a little mini run, limited series before that one started. Seems to be just 3 of them. Yeah, I think that was it. Free comic run. Super Patriot, little 4-parter, I believe. I can't remember if I collected an ongoing series of Super Patriot at all. There you go. 4-part. Is that bloke called Die Hard? I think he might be from Youngblood. Right, a little 2-parter, the Deadly Duo. Oh, sorry, 3-parter, the Deadly Duo. There's that Kill Cat that I showed you a minute ago in Freak Force. I can't remember what name his partner was now. I think his partner might have been from the future, and kind of a little bit Booster Gold like. Come into the past. That's right. He came into the past, but he was trying to aim for the 70s because that was the era that he knew and the era that he loved. And he came back with flares and disco balls and all that, and he'd landed in the 90s. Oh, is it? Yeah. And he was like disappointed, but all his tastes are all like 20 years out of date, even though he's from the future. That was quite a funny concept, anyway. And Kill Cat totally loves himself and loves the ladies, and yeah, it's just a bit of a fun comic. Okay, a second Deadly Duo mini-series. I say I'm second, I'm not sure which one came first, the other one or this one. I get a feeling the other one came first, actually. Still can't remember that dude's name is. It's one of the guys from, what, Gen 13, is it, that group? Grunge, I think his name was. I think it was Grunge, named after a style of music I hated back in the 90s. Is that Fathom, maybe? I'm not too sure. Did Fathom, was she from Image? Don't know. Well, but Image were bringing out new blinking teams every other week, practically. Yeah, we have the Pact here. Don't ask me to say who any of these ones are. I mean, there's a 3-parter of the Pact. I think it's the... I've got a complete set. Let me just check. Is it 3 parts? And that was it? Yeah, it finishes up by saying the end for now. But I really do not... I kind of doubt if they had anything else after this, to be honest. This was kind of thing, era when Image were bringing out so many new books and basically throwing them at the wall and see which one would stick, or raising them up the flagpole and see who'd salute it, kind of thing. And so if it was popular, they'd do some more. If it bombed, they wouldn't bother. Which is kind of good business practice, if you ask me. Right, apparently this book is quite hot now. I'm sure I saw it on Daz the Key Chaser's channel. Flex Mentalo, from the pages of Doom Patrol. I think it might have something to do with the proposed Doom Patrol DC streaming channel speculation. Yeah, Flex Mentalo. Oh, by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. I take it that's not a signature. That must be on the book already, because I don't have any signature ones, or do I? Surely that must be on all of them. I'm going to have to check that. It looks like a signature, but I'm sure that must be on all of them, and it's just like done as a, you know, just as a cover thing. I'm pretty sure it's not a proper signature. I'm pretty sure that's actually on the cover. Quite nice if it was a signature, but I don't think it is. Right, this is another one of the Image comics I quite liked at the time. Wildcats. Didn't mind me a bit of Wildcats. Grifter. Warblade, maybe. Spartan. Voodoo, I think. Some word like acolyte or something like that. And I can't remember what her name is. I should remember her name. Some name. Can't remember. Not Spartan, is it? Or is he called Spartan? I can't remember now. It's annoying me because I feel like I should know her, because she's shown it in a few other places as well. She wasn't a... Yeah, I think she had a bit of mileage. Right, Wildcat Zero. What? Oh, that's right. I get it. And then it goes to number 5. Because I think what they did, I think they carried on the numbering from the 4-parter, because it started off with just a mini-series, and when they did started the run, they carried on from number 5 rather than starting again at 1. I believe that is the case. I don't know who she is, but she has a magnificent bottom. I'm not quite sure how her bottom shows up in quite that manner, how the clothing she's wearing is able to meet the contours of her bum crack like that, but you know, why not? Oh, right, there's 2 blades. Yeah, a lot of the teams, actually, a lot of the teams did have kind of like the same makeup of the team. There'd be a big guy, obviously, there'd be a leader, and then there'd be like a Wolverine kind of analogy, and he might be Warblade, and he might be somebody else. I don't remember now. Yeah, I say it's been a heck of a long time since I've read them. I read them when I first bought them, and that's probably, I don't think I've reread them. Hopefully I'll get to reread all my books again before I die. That'd be nice. But, you know, not guaranteed. It's really annoying. Oh, Zilla. Zilla. Her name is Zilla. Yes, there you go. Zealot. Tomato. Whatever. Her name might be Warp, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it. That might be Majestic. I'm not too sure, though. I like Grifter just because of his mask. He just had a different mask. That's the way it kind of liked it. He just like a mask hanging off his face like a handkerchief. Are these? No, they don't. I'm trying to remember who Wildcats was. Was Wildcats Jim Lee? Oh, Jay Lee. According to the first one of the miniseries, it's Jay Lee. J-A-E. Uh, 17. Oh, it looks like I picked up 19 of them before I think I ended up quitting most of my Image. I think they weren't necessarily rocking my world as well as they could have been. I've got a Wildcats source book. Yeah, not just one, but 2 Wildcat source books. I'm not quite sure how necessary they were after only 19 issues or whatever the heck. Or maybe they came out at the beginning to let you know what was coming, I'm not too sure. But yeah, not quite sure why you'd need 2 of them for such a new title. And we've got a special here, Wildcat Special. The years on the front covers. That annoys me. I always like to have the year on the front cover so I haven't got to bloody open them up. Oh yeah, they even had a blinking cartoon series, didn't they, for a while? I don't think it ever came over to the UK. I don't remember ever seeing it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing it. No, I can't be wrong. Well, yeah, if I remembered it, then I'd remember it, wouldn't I? I can't be wrong about knowing if I remember it or not. Shut up, Graham, you complete fool. Anyway, right. So yeah, how many of these have I got? I've got more than I expected, actually. 4 of them. So I've got 4 of them. But here it looks like it's saying Jim Lee's Wildcats. Was he calling himself Jay Lee for a while? Oh, I don't know. Jay Lee, Jim Lee, are they the same person? Right. Supreme. Quite a nice cover. Embossed silver logo there. Silver eye for Image. Number 2. He was like a over-the-top Superman, wasn't he? Right, a bit, yeah. Number 3 is missing. A little bit annoying. Only because I hate having interruptions in my run. 5 is missing as well. Boo. Boo, yeah, Boo with knobs on. Then we've got number 7. A. And number 9 is missing as well. Yes, okay. Didn't do too well with that run then. Still going on though. 11. 12. 13. Supreme Madness. what, 5 of 6. Pit was another one I collected as well, actually. I wonder if it's in this box. I've got a lot more Supreme than I expected, actually. 18. So I just don't remember them. That's Pit on the cover there, looking badass. 19, featuring the villainy of overt kill. Oh, number 20 is missing. We go to 21. Earth's Mightiest Mortal versus 4. That's the image version of 4. I suppose Marvel can't really copyright gods. Yeah, I mean, they can probably copyright the look, but I don't think they can copyright the bloody, you know, the mythology of an ancient mythology of a country. 23, 24, 25 is missing. That might be Kid Supreme, the guy is fighting there, but don't quote me on it. 27. Literally no memory of these of even collecting this many of this comic. 28. It has been a long time, and look, now we've got a massive jump. These must have, a lot of these may have been picked up subsequently, like by acquiring books from other people. So it jumped from 28 all the way to 38. Then it jumps all the way to 56. Yeah, that may be, I can't remember it. Maybe some of the earlier ones were acquired from somebody else as well. Oh, this is when Alan Moore started writing it. Number 56 he was on it anyway. Supreme Annual. Apparently got quite good when Alan Moore was writing it. I tried having a look at one of the issues actually. I had a look at one of the issues online, and it was a bit, yeah, it didn't grab me to be honest, but I only got a couple of pages in and I was like, yeah, I'm a bit bored of this already. Right, The Legend of Supreme. Oh, another one missing. It is missing. Got 1 and then 3 of The Legend of Supreme. I saw a number 2 on this one, thinking it was but it's not, it's a different run. It's Supreme Glory Days. Here's Kid Supreme. Only number 2 though. I know, and I do have number 3 as well. Right. This little guy, Troll. First Troll Pact issue. I think literally it was just one-shots. So there was Troll. Then we had Troll 2. 48 action-packed pages. I'm guessing she's a British hero, this one here. It looks like she's got a bit of a Union Jack on her chest. I remember this one. It's Super Christmas Special. Yeah, you had to collect the 12 Days of Christmas for some reason. You had to do some kind of collecting to get them all up. I can't remember why you had to do that. I like how the image logo is made into a candy cane. Very festive. Okay, Troll. Once a Hero. Troll Halloween Special. That's all the Troll books that I have. Right, I've got number 8 of Backlash. Just a random one. Got a bit of a run of this guy, Vanguard. Started off with a 4-parter, Strange Visitors. He's like a friendly alien, basically. I think he was a bit obsessed with Earth TV. I seem to recall, I think, him making like Earth TV kind of tropes or so. I could be wrong. Right, then he started his little run. Fabulous first issue. 1, 2, 3. I'll step it up a little bit because my battery is showing just 20 minutes time left on it. I've still got about 1/3 of a box to go. So let's step it a little bit lively. Alright, so I've got 6 of Vanguard. Then we've got a few Shadowhawks. Number 3? What? The old memory's playing me up again then. I'm sure I had number 1 of Shadowhawk. I may have missed it because I think the first 2 issues he broke someone's back and it was that controversial. I didn't add them, but I think my mate Bub gave them to me the other day. Actually, I think they might be in the Bub box. There's Shadowhawk 2, number 1. Different cover, I think, to the one that I got in Bub's box. But that's probably a variant or something. I'm not too sure. Quite smart anyway. Then we got a nice silver logo. I think there's been a few Shadowhawks. I think it started off with one guy, Shadowhawk. I think I got a vague feeling he was dying of AIDS or something like that. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think... I can't remember now. I could be completely off the trot with that. Yeah, they kept doing like little 4-parters, and then they sort of started adding a overall kind of number to it. So you had the third in a series of 4 from Shadowhawk 3, and then like number 4, but it happened to be number 11 in the overall saga of Shadowhawk. And then randomly a Shadowhawk special, so that's another number 1. Guaranteed of number 1s. Oh, and then I've gone to number 12. But that's not following on though, is it? That must be a whole new run. And then I must have just some missing. Hold on a second though. Maybe it's not. Because looking at this, so that was Shadowhawk Saga number 11, and then so they then go on to an ongoing title and decide to start it with the next number in the overall saga. I think that's probably what they did. But yeah, pretty cool costume. The others, that was another team, another foursome from Image that I don't think lasted very often. I think they actually had a book for a while. I'm not sure if I got it or not. Shadowhawk was Supreme, Shadowhawk was Spawn, trying to push each other's books. Number 18 of Shadowhawk. Oh, here we go. Just in case we hadn't had another number 1 for a while. Who is the new Shadowhawk? And we're back at number 1 again. Two-parter, Grifter and the Mask. a random team up there. A decade of Dark Horse is being celebrated with these comics. Okay, number 1 of Cyberforce. Now an ongoing series. Number 3 of Wildstar. That appears to be all of the images I have here. I think there's more images, probably in other boxes, but we've got some Vertigo titles instead. An 8-parter, I believe this was. Yeah, 1 of 8. Scarab. Like an adult superhero story. I think it was an old man who had been Scarab in the past or something, and I think he could still turn into Scarab. There was some kind of like House of Mystery stuff going on as well. Like there was a weird, spooky house. He did show up again at one point. I think when Dr. Fate was being reborn, I think he showed up literally for, I don't know, maybe 1 comic book in the regular DC universe. Whether he's had anything else happen with that, whether he's still regarded as being in the DC universe or not, I'm not too sure. I think he ended up, I can't remember, I think maybe the grandson might have taken over as being the Scarab at the end. But this is just real, this is memory stuff again. I was talking about my memory recently on other videos, and I keep talking about this, I kept thinking I had some art by Mandrake, Tom Mandrake, and then I've convinced myself now that I must have had a dream years ago that I had some art by Mandrake, and all I was doing was remembering the dream and thinking it was real. But then today I was having a think about it again, and I'm sure I remember Tom, like going on a Tom Mandrake, some kind of website for Tom Mandrake, and he brought out a book, his own book, like independently. I can't remember what it was like. I don't know, a hard-boiled detective or something like that. But I'm sure he brought out. This may again have just been a dream, but I'm sure he brought out his own title, like an independent title, and I bought it online directly from him, from his website or wherever it was, and it came with a little sketch of Spectre. That's what I'm kind of think I'm remembering now, but whether I'm just remembering a dream that I had. Right, I seem to have this Terminal City, and 7 and 8 of Terminal City are missing. That's annoying. Right, Weird War Tales. A 4-part of Vertigo Weird War Tales. Of course, you had the the old DC run in the normal DC universe. This is obviously more adult kind of themed Weird War. Morrison and Quietly did that one. Different creative team on each one. Milligan for I think it must be 3 different stories in each. Because if you look at it, there's like partners on there. So I think each book must have 3 stories in it by a different creative team. Okay, so this is a thing. I've got some Sandman, and it's Essential Vertigo. So these are all reprints. I did not know that. Did not know that. So these are probably worth 2 beans. Yeah. In 96 though, when was the original Sandman, Preludes and Nectar? It must have been 80s, I suppose. So, Essential Sandman. I think the original, I know the whole Sandman run is pretty damn popular. But these, I'm not sure if these are ones that I've bought or I got them from somebody else who was collecting them. I've got a gap there. I've got Doll's House Prelude, number 9. And then number 10 is missing. I go straight to number 11. Yeah, right, and I'm missing another one again. So I don't know if I collected these myself or I picked them up from somebody else who had them. I seem to remember like reading Sandman, but I'm not sure how greatly I actually read it. How I don't know if I ever actually collected it myself. I've got a feeling I've got some like graphic novels of it or something like that. But yeah. Oh, it jumps from number 40. Oh no, this is actual Sandman now. This is not Essential Sandman. No, but it just no. Hold on a second. This one, number 14, follows on. It's in the wrong position for a start. No, it's. Oh, I don't bloody know. That's confused. I think this is a one-off. This is just The Dreaming. Oh, it's a different title, then, isn't it? It's just The Dreaming. So that's just a different title. It's not Sandman at all. Open up your eyes, boy, and read. And then we come to, I think, the original run of Sandman, because this is 94, number 65, so it's hardly... it's got a John Constantine trading card, isn't it? Okay. Number 65. Number 66. A special, number 1, Orpheus. A Phantom Stranger, Vertigo one-shot. Okay, Vamps. Vertigo 6-parter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good cover. 6. Yeah, Boland. Alright, now we come towards my Preacher comics. Now I'm really annoyed. I don't have the first Preacher, or I think I collected Preacher a bit late in the run actually. I think I saw one in the shop and then I picked up a couple of the graphic novels for, I don't know, maybe the first 2 story arcs or something like that. Yeah, so I don't have... I wish I'd gone back and picked up Preacher number 1. Saint of Killers, so 4-part of the Saint of Killers. Obviously been in the TV show. And then we got the story of You Know Who. Sometimes known as Arseface. Well, mostly known as Arseface, to be honest. And we got a Preacher special, One Man's War. We get, what's his name? Her Star, isn't it? Her Star. And then we got another special, The Good Old Boys. Jesse, is it? No, Jesse's the... What are their names? I can't remember. They were in the TV show as well. They're his brothers or his uncles or something. Cousins, maybe. Oh, Garth Ennis and Carlos Esquera. Cool double team. Cassidy, Blood and Whiskey. Alright, here we go. My first Preacher is the awesomely low number 17. Oh! Why did... that's the thing. I never really... Yeah. Never really thought about keys in those days. I probably could have gone and picked up number 1. I probably could have picked up the first 17 books of this run pretty easily back in the day, if you know. But I just never knew about keys really. Didn't even think about keys. So I liked a book. I bought the book. I had the bloody the graphic novels of the the first few ones. So what was the point of me buying the book, the comic books as well? I already had the story. I'd already read the story. There was absolutely no point in me buying, going back and buying the comic books. Yeah, I think number 1 of Preacher now goes for, I don't know, £100, couple of £100. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going pretty good. I'm not sure there's any other keys in the run anywhere. I don't think so. I can't think of any major characters being introduced to the run that are super popular. I think sometimes they say the last book of a run is worth money as well, don't they? Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. Always cool writer, Garth Ennis. Steve Dillon's art's always been fantastic. It's Fabry covers, Glenn Fabry covers. Steve Dillon, of course, no longer with us, unfortunately. A few of these artists that used to do 2000 AD that I kind of grew up with past now. Carlos Osquero, you mentioned already. Steve Dillon. Yeah. No bags and balls in sight. Right, that's 15 minutes now to get these on this before the battery runs out. Right. Arseface joins a punk band. I wonder how many of these stories will turn up in the Preacher series. It's already gone completely away from the series, but there's themes. Yeah, there are some stories that do coincide with the Preacher comic. It's still quite an entertaining little show in its own right. Ku Klux Cretins in this one. So this guy here, number 48, and this was the guy from the first series of the TV show. Oh, I think we're coming towards the end now. Number 50. There's a sneak preview in this one of 100 bullets. Could that be a key? Could it be the first appearance of 100 bullets? You never know. Alright. Definitely a comic worth reading again to remind myself of everything that happened. Eisner Award winner, best continuing series. And looks like Arseface has been banned. Banned from where? Alamo Part 1 of 7. You've got to assume this is the last story. Alamo's a big part of Texas history, isn't it? Where everyone died protecting the Alamo from Mexican army. And Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie, is it, who made the knife? I think they both died at the Battle of the Alamo. Remember the Alamo. But it's not the end anyway. The Alamo was the end for those heroes, but it's not quite the end of Preacher just yet. Oh, then we have number 66, and that does appear to be the end of Preacher. So maybe that Alamo was the end of Preacher, and then this is the afterlife, a one-issue afterlife of Preacher. Does he turn up in heaven and kick God's ass for deserting his creation? Bit of a dodgy staple in that one. It's annoying. Okay, another cool Vertigo title, The Invisibles. Grant Morrison, Steve Yoel. Yoel, I don't bloody know. Steve Yoel. Whatever. Grant Morrison. Right. These are kind of, you have to keep your brain engaged with these ones. I quite like this one. So I always say that Grant Morrison hit and miss. And this one was a hit when, you know, as long as you took the time to read it slowly and get all the weirdness of it. It's all like magic and underground, like invisible groups kind of thing. The Invisibles were like a kind of like a terrorist cell, I believe. I think there was a few of them around, but like it wasn't to do with overthrowing some, well, kind of to do with overthrowing society, but it was more like a bit like Illuminati, I suppose. Like the people in charge were weren't quite human or something like that, and they were trying to overthrow them, or there was. I could be confusing it with other comics though. Actually, thinking about it, maybe confusing. Royal Monsters. I think that was something to do with one of the like Prince Charles being possessed by a demon or something, and yeah. She-Man Part 1, Venus as a Boy, because one of the members of Invisibles was a transsexual, something like that. Not sure what the correct phrase is, but they were born as a male, and I don't know what their situation was, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not going to go into all that stuff, gender thing, because that's I haven't quite got the don't know the full lowdown. Right. But it was an interesting story anyway. Yeah, that was the leader, King Mob. Actually, no, I think I'm getting confused now, actually, with the names. I think this was Boy, who was a woman, definitely a woman, and the one who was, I don't know, a transvestite, a transsexual. I can't remember what her name was now. Yeah, but I think, long time ago since I've read it, and this is 96 now, so yeah, we're talking over 20 years ago. Something Jenny or Robin, something like that. And there's King Mob, and that's Boy. And I got something to do with Peacock. I don't know why. And that's like Jack Frost, I think he was called. They were all like code names they were given. Hold on a minute. What's happened there? Oh, Volume 2. It goes on to Volume 2. Okay, it stopped at 25, and then a little while later. Yeah, 96, October 96 it stopped, then it went in February 97 we had a volume 2, so number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, alright, bit of water damage looks like on that one, freaky old cover that one. Yeah. I think she's one of the Invisibles from the past, and they have a time travelling kind of thing. It's all to do with magic and anarchy, and yeah, confusing. Drugs as well. I'm sure there were some drugs going on. Yeah, but it was a pretty decent read though. For sale, anarchy for the masses. It's an interesting cover because you can see their speech balloons have all been covered over with other writing in a style of They Live, the science fiction show. But it's quite interesting. It's like what they've said has been redacted. Yuck. So like I say to that one. Britpop is dead. Good. Britpop's even worse than grunge. Why do I get the feeling his name's something to do with peacocks? He was a voodoo guy anyway. Oh yeah, I got a feeling his name has something to do with peacocks now. I can't remember what the transsexual character in the Invisibles was called. And I think you saw their origin, and I think they were from like a Brazilian rainforest tribe, and only the women could do magic. So his grandmother, to fool the gods into thinking that he was a woman, I think basically emasculated him because he had to pretend to be a woman, so he was able to use the magic that was tied into their ancestors or something like that. It's a pretty cool story. Anyway, we're counting down now to the millennium. Countdown to the millennium. So in 1999, this was big. Millennium fever. What's going to happen when when it strikes midnight? A computer was all going to go down. Is the world going to end? So yeah, it was quite a cool time for it. I'm assuming that once the millennium hit, that was it. We got some kind of story, some kind of ending, and then the book was over. Freaky. That's some kind of tramp musician. Boland again, another Boland cover. Some strangeness going on, another Boland cover. Some kind of kinky fetish stuff going on there, I think. Right, number 2, The Invisibles. All kinds of weird stuff going on there. Oh yeah, it's counting down again, isn't it? Oh, what a difficult run. What a difficult run to number this is. I just realised it is going to be counting down. So is this maybe a new volume? Maybe this is volume 3. God, I'm going to have to put it in my... I haven't actually done the blog for last week yet. But yeah, if I get around to doing the blog, I'll put some more information about these comics, if I can be bothered. But yeah, check it out. There's a link below. You can check out my blog if you like. Anyway, that was it. Battery's running out. So cheers for watching. And yeah, if I do a preview for this, not a preview, but a premiere for this, hopefully I was there commenting with you. Anyway, cheerio.